Hello, welcome back to Miss Barr's coffee table. You see two old and two new. And yesterday we read Smelly Socks. And a while ago we read Stephanie's Ponytail. These are all by the same author, Robert Munsch. And yesterday I asked you if you wanted the sandcastle contest or Look at Me. And it was a tie. So, because it was a tie about the vote, I picked the sandcastle contest for this time because Robert Munsch and Michael Marchenko made this book before they made Look at Me. So I'll do that one next. So this is Robert Munsch's The Sandcastle Contest, and it's illustrated by Michael Marchenko. We don't have any end pages to give us a clue, but here's the title page or the cover page. And look at there. Now, you think about the setting. If this is a sandcastle contest, where might the setting be? All right, let's start. Words are on the right, and the picture's on the left. Is it the setting that you guessed yet? Well, here's the characters, and here's the beginning of the story. Michael's father stood in the driveway and said, "I think we are all ready to go. Let's make sure everything is here. Do we have the bicycles? Yes. Do we have the food? Yes. Do we have the boat? Yes. Do we have everything? Does it look like they have everything? It's a long list. No, yelled Matthew. No, said his dad. No, said Matthew. We don't have a dog. Dog, said his dad. We don't even own a dog. I know, said Matthew. Now would be a good time to get a dog. No dog, said his dad. Now, do we have everything? No, yelled Matthew. We don't have my sandbox. Matthew, said his mom, we can't bring the sandbox. But the first place we camp will have a nice beach, and you will have lots of sand to play with. Well, said Matthew. Okay. Do they even have room for the sandbox? And there's even a little wagon on the back. Look who's in it. So they drove and drove and drove and drove until they came to the place to camp. Matthew jumped out of the van and ran to the beach. He came to a girl making a small sandcastle and a big sand dog. She said, "Hi, my name is Kalita, and I'm going to win the sandcastle contest." "Wow," said Matthew. "I'm going to build a sandcastle too. What can I win?" "You can win a bathtub full of ice cream," said Kalita. "All right," said Matthew. Ooh, would you like to win a bathtub full of ice cream? I think I'd need some help to eat it. So Matthew made a house with doors and windows and a roof. Look, he's got helpers. We saw that clue before, didn't we? He dug out the inside of the house so it had rooms, just like a real house. He made sand tables and chairs and beds and a TV that had a sand show on it. Look, they're at the desert. Deserts have lots of sand. Some deserts. Oh, there he is. There's Kalita. When Matthew was almost done, Kalita came over to look at his house. She had her sand dog on a leash. "Nice sand house," said Kalita. "Really, really nice sand dog," said Matthew. That sand dog doesn't look so sandy anymore, does it? A judge came by and said, "Get this house out of here. Who put this house on the beach?" "This is my sand house," said Matthew. "I made it for the sand contest." "Ha," said the judge. "I know a real house when I see one, and there are no real houses allowed on the beach." Is that a real house or a sand house? Uh-oh. Then he went inside and sat in a sand chair and watched a sand show on TV. Another judge came by and said, "Get this house out of here. Who put this house on the beach?" "This is my sand house," said Matthew. "I made it for the sand contest." "Ha," said the judge. I know a real house when I see one, and there are no real houses allowed on the beach. She went into the bedroom and looked at the sand bed. She went into the kitchen, opened the refrigerator, and looked at the sand apples and the sand celery and sand cartons of milk. Then she said, "Little boy, you've got to get this house off this beach." "This is my sand house," said Matthew, "and I am going to prove it." "Ha," said the judges. Ooh, how did he prove it? There's Kalita and the sand dog. And here's the words. How is he proving that that's a sand house? So Matthew went outside and kicked the sand house right beside the door. It all turned back into an enormous pile of sand and fell on the judges. "Help!" yelled the judges, and everyone came running and dug them out. Ooh, what's that? When the judges were finally out from under the sand, they yelled, "Matthew wins. His sand house was so good that we thought it was a real house." "Matthew wins," everyone yelled, and they gave him a bathtub full of ice cream. Matthew started eating the ice cream, and he said to Kalita, "Want to help me eat this?" "Yes," said Kalita. While they were eating the ice cream, Matthew said, "How come you didn't tell everybody that your dog is sand? I bet you would have won with a sand dog." "Well," said Kalita, "this is Sandy, my sand dog, and I'm going to take him camping and feed him ice cream every day, and he is going to be my pet, and I'm never going to turn him back to sand." "Wow," said Matthew, "I wish I would have thought of that. Can you show me how to make one?" "No problem," said Kalita. Okay, give a prediction. Matthew wanted a dog from the beginning, didn't he? And Matthew's mom and dad were so happy with Matthew's amazing sand dog that, we know there's more, that is an amazing sand dog. Why? They decided to take him camping. And what else are they bringing this time? Now they have 2 wagons hooked to their camper. And they all lived happily ever after. Thank you for reading.